toxic as if her fans, because KTV is a Caitlin Clark fan. She's my favorite basketball player to watch, male or female. Point blank, period. Now she's calling us toxic for saying the obvious about the sabotage that was going on in this league and how this woman has been targeted since before she even stepped foot in it, all while Stephanie White wants to ignore the facts of what the other players in this league have done, from disrespecting fans, starting fake.
Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a huge controversy shaking up the WNBA. Stephanie White just made some bold statements about the league's fan base that have ignited intense backlash and revealed deep tensions within women's basketball. We'll unpack the full story, explore what sparked this firestorm, and what it means for the WNBA's future. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on all things women's hoops. Let's get right into it. Stephanie White has recently sparked a major controversy within the WNBA by publicly calling fans toxic, a comment that many interpreted as targeting the passionate fan base of Caitlin Clark. This statement unleashed a fierce backlash on social media, with fans and commentators outraged by what seemed like a deliberate and pointed criticism. The outcry has grown so intense that many are calling for White's dismissal as the Indiana Fever's head coach. The league now faces tough questions about its values and how it treats the very community fueling its unprecedented growth and record viewership. Brace yourself, because Stephanie White just dropped a bomb that's tearing the WNBA apart right now. She didn't mince words, she flat out called fans toxic, and instantly everyone connected the dots straight to Caitlin Clark's massive, devoted following. Social media went nuclear. Fans, commentators, and analysts erupted with fury. This wasn't a slip of the tongue or an accidental poor choice of words. It felt intentional, pointed, and fully aware of the outrage it would spark. Now, a growing chorus of fans is demanding that White be fired from her Indiana Fever coaching position, and the pressure is only intensifying. The league is scrambling to understand how a head coach ended up attacking the very people driving its explosive growth and record-breaking viewership. Fans aren't holding back. To them, this isn't just a misstep, it's a direct attack on the community that has pushed women's basketball into the national conversation like never before. This controversy is ripping through every level of the sport, sparking heated debates, think pieces, and backlash that refuses to die down. White's comments have ignited a wildfire that's forcing the league to answer uncomfortable questions about its values, its treatment of supporters, and what kind of image it wants to present to the world. This didn't come out of nowhere. For months, Stephanie White subtly downplayed Caitlin Clark's massive impact on the Fever and the entire league. She kept pushing the narrative that Kelsey Mitchell was the undisputed leader of the team, even when everyone watching could see that Clark's arrival had completely reshaped the Fever's identity.
Did too, but they don't need to be a part of the Caitlin Clark conversation. Caitlin Clark is the reason for the boom in the WNBA, point blank, period. It's not because of no Angel Reese. It's not because of no Paige Beckers. They had some of the lowest attendance for their games throughout the entire season. So I don't know why they keep trying to lump them in with Caitlin Clark, but whatever. It's hard to imagine the WNBA players would get vastly increased salaries they're going to receive as part of a ratified CBA, or at least their salaries wouldn't have increased to the same degree. Now, we know they wouldn't be asking for all this,
transforming them into one of the league's top draws and sending TV ratings through the ceiling. Sources close to the situation say White was practically forced to finally acknowledge Clark's importance, but even then, her praise felt hollow, as if she was checking a box instead of speaking honestly. All that quiet resentment, denial, and tension had been building for months. Her recent attack on Clark's fan base was simply the match that set it all off. What might have been managed privately has exploded publicly, exposing long-standing frustrations, bias, and questionable decision-making. The fallout is now hitting the league, the organization, and the fan base all at once. And the blow-up has made one thing clear: these conflicts were simmering beneath the surface long before White said a single word on that podcast. But the outrage isn't just about White calling the fans toxic, it's about what she chose not to mention. Observers immediately pointed out the staggering double standard. She criticized fans, yet completely ignored a long list of player actions that have contributed far more directly to toxicity around the league. Players have disrespected fans, thrown around accusations of fake racial investigations, started social media wars, and publicly fueled drama without facing any criticism from White or league leadership. These weren't private disagreements, these were highly visible incidents that shaped public perception of the WNBA, yet White only chose to condemn fans, not players. Fans were quick to expose example after example. Arike Ogunbowale went on ESPN during Clark's rookie year and told fans, "We don't want you." Ryan Howard blasted Aja Wilson supporters simply for cheering for her during a road game. Kalia Copper criticized fans for booing DeJohnai Carrington when she returned to Indiana after leaving the Fever, something that's completely normal in sports. Supporters can't cheer, can't boo, can't show loyalty, and can't show excitement without being targeted by players who feel entitled to control how fans express themselves. Yet White said nothing about these incidents. And what about the league itself? Before Caitlin Clark even played her first WNBA game, the environment was already filled with tension. Angel Reese openly flirted with joining a rival league. Satu Sabali publicly protested play. Pay with bold statements like, "Pay us what you owe us." Players were complaining about leadership, money, working conditions, and league structure long before Clark's fans ever became vocal. Yet White conveniently ignored this entire timeline and instead blamed the newfound passionate audience that Clark brought in. It gets worse.
The organization, there's been organizations such as the Indiana Fever who lied and hid injuries about Caitlin Clark the whole time, all while using her to sell tickets and saying she's game to game and day to day for months at a time. You don't think that contributed? See, you guys want to make this just about the fans, and I've watched all of these players go out and disrespect fans, all while trying to use the money and the fandom that Caitlin Clark has brought in to capitalize and to make money off of.
Black fans who support Caitlin Clark have been targeted with racialized slurs from within the basketball community, some even called raccoons, an extremely offensive insult. These attacks came not from anonymous trolls, but from individuals inside the larger WNBA community. Yet again, Stephanie White had nothing to say. The league stayed silent while fans, especially black fans, were dehumanized simply for supporting a player. But suddenly, fans voicing criticism are labeled toxic. The hypocrisy is impossible to ignore. And then there's the Indiana Fever itself. Reports emerged suggesting the organization, under White's leadership, misled the public about Clark's injuries, keeping her on the court despite clear signs of pain. The team allegedly hid details, withheld transparency, and prioritized ticket sales over player safety. Fans felt deceived, misled, and taken advantage of. How can the same leadership now turn around and point fingers at fans? Financially, the contradictions grow even more jarring. The WNBA's entire historic boom, its record-breaking viewership, sellouts, national relevance, and social media engagement is driven overwhelmingly by Caitlin Clark. Without her, these salary increases under the new CBA likely wouldn't exist, at least not at this scale. Players who once earned modest paychecks are suddenly securing massive raises, and yet some of the same individuals benefiting from Clark's impact refuse to acknowledge her significance. Some even resent her, and now a head coach is attacking the fans who are fueling the entire surge in revenue. It's not just misguided, it's insulting. Stephanie White's attempt to place all the blame on fans is dangerously short-sighted. Fans are the lifeblood of professional sports. They buy the tickets, the jerseys, the merch. They elevate players to stars. They create viral moments. They bring in sponsors and networks. Attacking them is like cutting off the branch you're standing on. If the WNBA genuinely wants to reduce toxicity, it must address the problem everywhere, not just among fans, but among players, coaches, and leadership. That means holding players accountable for disrespectful behavior, addressing racial tensions honestly, dealing with organizational failures transparently, and ensuring the league's standards apply equally across all levels. Anything less only deepens the divide and hurts the growth of the sport. Women's basketball is at a pivotal moment. The league is experiencing unprecedented success, but it's also battling internal friction, rising tensions, and increasingly ugly online conversations that have spiraled into personal insults and racialized slurs. Stephanie White choosing to blame fans only makes everything worse. Instead of unifying the community, her comments pour gasoline on already burning fires and risk turning the WNBA's golden opportunity into a crisis of trust. The future of the league depends on leadership that understands transparency, accountability, and connection, not scapegoating. Only with honesty, respect, and real effort to rebuild trust can the WNBA reach its full potential and inspire the next generation. This situation with Stephanie White isn't just about one coach's words, it exposes bigger issues the league must confront if it wants to keep growing and thriving. What do you think? Should Stephanie White be held accountable? How can the WNBA better support its fans and players while promoting respect and unity? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forge to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching NBA Hoops Dynasty. Until next time, keep the conversation going.